Mic check, testing. Start with a clap as well. What is good, everyone? Right, so we are back, people. So we are now 1 week out from the first show, which is a PCA Northwest, which is absolutely miles away. It's in just outside Liverpool, in St Helens. It has gone good. This last week has definitely been like the hardest, just with it being, at the moment, I'll be getting up at around 4 or 5 a.m. and especially like Monday to Friday, probably not getting back into bed till about 9 p.m. So pretty unsustainable. I'm fully aware of that, but it's just what it is. I'm really enjoying work, and I've got a really, I wouldn't say I've got work-life balance, because I haven't, like I absolutely haven't, but I'm enjoying it. Like I really enjoy what I do for work. I really enjoy it. I just don't have any free time. But do you need free time if you're enjoying what you're doing? That's the sort of argument I make in my head. Sometimes it wins, sometimes it loses. But yeah, so we are back, 1 week to go now. So Tom has put me on a couple of high carb meals last night. As you can see, I'm a lot energetic than if you came in and saw me midweek. And we've got a couple high carb meals tonight as well. We're now training pretty much every day up until Friday, so 2 days out from the show. Slowly tapering down volume and intensity. Today, tomorrow and Tuesday, we will be doing a sort of relatively normal workout. Just not pushing the weight, not going for like PBs anymore, like that's long gone. Just trying to maintain strength where we can. We've got very special guests training with me today. He is my first ever training partner back in the day when I was 16, 17. So I'll introduce you to him later on, and we'll enjoy some carbs. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
All right, now we play it cool.
Right, so it is now pre-workout time. Me and Ben have shot some educational stuff. Hopefully you'll see it very soon. And what we do is we'll link down my Instagram down below if you want to go have a look. So pre-workout meal, we've got 100 grams of cream of rice with 100 grams of blueberries and 100 grams of pineapple. Pineapple there is just to aid digestion for a digestive enzyme that's commonly found in pineapple. We also have 50 grams of whey from Whey Isolate. Alongside this, I will be taking 3 caps of a GDA, which is a glucose disposal aid. What it is it will help basically put the nutrients from the carbohydrates into the muscle for when we do our workout, to making sure that we're obviously maximizing the output we can do in the gym.
AMRB's what we got.
Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We played the levels of Letterman jocks. Pins on the jacket and man.
Right, so post-workout meal, as I explained earlier, so it's going to be 70 grams of cream of rice with 100 grams of blueberries, 100 grams of pineapple, 7 cranks of pink Himalayan salt, and then we've got 50 grams of protein from Whey Isolate. Reason for Whey Isolate is just better, easy on the digestion system. So obviously that's a big thing now that we're 7 days out. So I'm going to eat this while Ben takes some drone footage, and we'll catch you back in the car. Right, so we're at Morrison's now. Going to do a little grocery shop. Try and not get banned from Morrison's. So only picking up a few things, because I did go to Costco yesterday. Don't choke on your spit either. So yeah, just grabbing a few bits and bobs. Probably a few bits for the freezer as well, just as everyone needs an emergency stash. So let's not try and get kicked out.
Drove up on a car crash, happened so fast, almost went past, but I heard the sound like ran up to the side, one dead in the front, one dead in the back light.
Emergency backup chicken secured. All about the Eat Lean cheese. Gonna get some squash, so make sure that it's no added sugar. Obviously some of them still have certain calories, so like this 250 ml of this diluted is 6 calories, but I'm not drinking it by the gallon, so not really a problem. It's around here somewhere. There it is. Spot them up. Fucking hell, they've got a selection today. Right, so if that's what I think it is, which it is, pineapple chunks. So, pineapple chunks, blueberries, bosh. That is it for today. So just a little shop, and the checkouts are free as well, so it's a win-win. We made it. We survived. We didn't get kicked out. So that was a pretty like small shop, but that is pretty much what I have. So 600 grams of chicken will do me for just under 2 days. 750 beef will do me for about 3 or 4 because it's only one meal. And then the fruit is 100 to 200 grams a day. The lettuce, I go for about 1 lettuce a day. So 30 quid, we say that's about 2 to 3 days worth. So you're looking at about 100 quid. But I mean the squash, that's like, I go for maybe 1 to 2 squash bottles a week. Just because water's fucking boring when you're having 6 litres of it a day. So yeah, that's not too bad. I do find cheaper ways to do shopping, so things like Costco really come in handy. Please don't fucking hit my car trolley. But yeah, so obviously the protein is what's going to cost the most. So you're looking at probably on average I spend about 40 quid a week on protein. Carbs at the moment is fuck all, so maybe a tenner if you're lucky, but then like fruit and veg is probably another 20 to 30 quid. So you're probably talking 80, 90 quid for the week. Then with like treats on top of that, so maybe like another tenner. So £100, so call it £100 a week on food. So yeah, definitely not a cheap sport, that's for sure. But I'll be a good citizen and put my trolley back. Don't get run over. Look both ways before crossing the road. Home time. Right guys, so back in the kitchen with Ben. So I'm gonna make the high carb meal we've got today. So Tom's orders, so I've got the last 2 meals of the day are 150 carb each, which is absolutely fucking wonderful. So I'm gonna do 100 grams of cream of rice with 100 grams of pineapple, 100 grams of blueberries, and then 20 grams of honey. So that'll be satisfy my sweet tooth massively. And then I'm also gonna cook a couple of meals for tomorrow. So the plan of action for the next week is Mondays, Thursday are all training days with volume and intensity being dropped, and Thursday just being an absolute fanny about session of just one exercise for each body part and 30 to 40 reps. So that's literally just to stimulate blood flow and move carbs around the body. So that's when things like Glycomax will be put in place, and even potentially Peak Max as well. Start flushing water. So I'm going to do cream of rice meals for today and tomorrow. So we've got today 100 grams, tomorrow we've got 1 portion of 90 and 1 portion of 70 again. They'll both have pineapple and blueberries in as well, just because I like fruit and I think it brings up the texture rather than just watery oats, watery rice. So we have got the new Millionaire shortcake for that one. And then 70 grams, the post-workout tomorrow is going to be the back end of the cream of rice in bulk, which is cinnamon flavour. I am being a bit bougie with flavours at the moment, just because it gets a bit repetitive when you're just having the same flavours over and over again. So we're going to do that, and then also I'm going to prep my chicken. So I'll show you that in a bit, because how to deal with 2.5 kilos of chicken can be a bit of a nightmare, and how to portion control it and how I do that. And how I season my chicken as well. So it's something we've stayed consistent for the whole of prep, to make sure you're not just eating bland chicken every day. Find the scoop, mate. Use the forks to find the scoop. So some companies do try and be helpful and put the scoop at the top.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Go on, Dad, get in the video. You're in now, mate. I've got it. So, oh, bollocks, dropped it. 120 on the dot. So that's 100 grams of carbs. Then there'll be 20 grams of carbs from fruit, and then, well, no, 30 grams of carbs from fruit, 20 grams of carbs from honey. And then using the last of this up, which I weighed out yesterday, which should be exactly 70 grams. So, oh, my favourite number, fuck it. The harm hit the whisk, using it to our advantage. The whisk means everything. What do you do with 2.5 kilos of chicken? This is where the Tupperware makes a big difference. I have roughly let me work this out in my head, quick maths, do the little like meme thing with all the signs and stuff around my head. I have 400 grams a day, so all we do is portion out 1,200 grams in the Tupperware. That'll go straight into the freezer and I'll pull that out in 3 days. And then the other 1,200 grams we're going to cook now for the next 3 days, because I've got today's worth, and then that is it. So this box cost me £17, but so yeah, it's the mini fillet, so I'm a bit lazy. I like to make it easier to chop up. The difference is with Costco, I'll show you when it's cooking, like you don't get anywhere near the water retention you get with like normal supermarket chicken. As you can see, my dad has decided to start his motorbike and be an absolute fucking child.
How's it going, mate?
I mean, I've left it in the microwave a bit too long, so all you cream of rice connoisseurs really need to lay off my back, all right? I never said I was good at this, I just said this is what I do. So, but on the plus side, the chicken's sick. So once I've sorted this monstrosity out, I mean, it'll look right when it's done, all right? Like, it's a work in progress. Yeah, just like, come back tomorrow, mate, and it'll look absolutely banging.
3 hours later.
We are now on to veggies. So, obviously, I said earlier, I went to Costco yesterday. So I got some tender stem bad boys, which are gonna go in the pot, just boil it. And then we have got some Wham asparagus. So I have this with 1 meal, and there is 750 grams. So I'll probably actually have this with 2 meals leading up to the show. So that'll be 4 days worth. Highly recommend Costco veg. So all I'm gonna do is lay them out on a tray and then cook them in the oven, make them nice and crispy. And I will just put seasoning, just salt and pepper. Might do a little bit of oil on the asparagus just so it gets that crunchiness. But that's literally about it. So let's chop the ends off there. No one wants the ends. So a little bit of oil. This literally probably adds like 40 calories, if that, if you really want to be arsey about it. There's salt, pepper, and because I feel fancy, I do add a little bit of garlic to it as well. Gordon Ramsay ain't got shit on me, like. Generous helping of salt, and then a light dash of pepper. In the oven it goes. Have I preheated it? No. Do I care? No. For an unspecified amount of time till the smoke alarm goes off or until I remember that they're in there. Right, so I'm now just going to take you through my meals. So there should be enough meals here to last me the next 3-4 days. So I'm on one beef meal a day. So asparagus goes in with that meal, and then 175 grams, no, 180-ish grams of mixed beef. 750 divided by 4, you do the maths. Then we have 2 chicken meals, which is going to have the tender stem broccoli in. So I'm having 2 of those a day. There's 6 of them. I've got some leftover lettuce that I've already cut up that's in a couple of them. So, and then all I'm going to add to these meals, is just to bulk them out, is literally just a bit of lettuce and a bit of low calorie balsamic vinegar, which also adds a bit of sodium. So that's why I don't typically put salt on my chicken and beef meals, because it's already in the seasonings and in the dressing. The seasonings I do put on my chicken is just the chicken seasoning. So per 100 grams, 86 calories, I do 10 grams per serving. So 60 grams on a 1.2 kilo cook. Then obviously we've got our pre and post workout, which is just cream of rice. So these two, so I cook them every day because they're pretty easy to cook. It's about 10 minutes in the evening. And then like I said, the only thing to add is the lettuce. And then my meal 1, which is just an omelette. So it's 1 whole egg, 200 ml of egg whites, and a handful of spinach, sometimes a bigger handful, depending on how hungry I am. But that is it. And if you come with me, I'll show you the treat that I've got for tonight, because Tom has put me on 150 grams of carbs extra today. So I've treated myself. So feel free to come out to the garage. Hopefully there's no inconspicuous underwear here. And then all we've got is the lettuce in the fridge, and we've got this bad boy. Now, I said to him, I said, can I have sushi? He's like, absolutely fine, 150 grams of carbs. So I get one of these. Some nice healthy fats in there from the salmon. And the way I see it is like it's £21.50. If I was to go out to a restaurant and buy sushi, it'd be like I'd probably spend 60, 70 quid. So that is my meal for tonight. And like I said, we'll be shooting some behind the scenes footage in the next few weeks. Back it up, then we'll go back in and get some natural light. So we'll be shooting some stuff in the next couple of weeks. So leaning into show 1, behind the scenes of show 1 next weekend, behind the scenes of show 2. Then we're doing a recap. And then obviously we've got hopefully the universe and a couple more shows planned in the near future. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you like the video, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I'll catch you in a week's time.
Hey, I called the land, some they started rushing. Whoa, I called my dad, all I heard was cussing.